Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. I don't know what deck I want to start with today. We are Monday, August 10th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. You know that this is a timeless read and you can switch the genders and the roles as you need to throughout the read. Not a problem. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment while you're listening to general collective readings. These are not personal. Not every read's going to be for you. It is impossible for it to be for you and only for you every read, okay? If you're not aware of it, then toss it aside for now. It's not your story until you get more information, okay? Please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so very much. See where we're going to go with this one. I'm picking up a lot of different things. I keep hearing that one song by Benson Boone. Please don't take these beautiful things that I got. So somebody's getting, either they're losing a home, their car, their furnishings, or losing everything. And they're crying because it's something they did. They did something illegal or immoral. Take it for whatever it is. It's karma. It's a backfire playing in your energy. What's the message here, please, Spirit? Where are we going with this? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss with them? Oh, almost. Communication. They could be fighting. It could be you or someone else fighting. This is communication, sparring. Wanting to pack a punch. And I said that I just did one read, and at the end I said it's going to pack a punch. So that's just funny how this is starting. This communication is going to pack a punch. Overarching energy. Oh boy. Somebody's getting some bad news. Maybe it could be somebody that left this realm. My condolences. Or they're about ready to leave. It could be a doctor saying, Pat, get your affairs in order. Or they were doing some graveyard dirt spells. Whatever this is, it's grave. It's serious. She has nothing in her hand, but it kind of looks like a phone, right? So somebody's getting some bad news. Oh, boy. It could be somebody's already left this realm. It could be an inheritance, life insurance. It could be anything, possessions. They're not going to get it, or they lost it, or something. Or they're in debt, and they have to sell everything and pay the debt off. Something about labor, work. Who are working hard here, trying to unalive you. Good for them. They're trying to stop your work. There's change. Something's changed. Somebody's changed their appearance. This is important. Somebody important. They want to look like there's somebody important here, or somebody important is going to make an appearance here. They want to be you. Oh, this is the doppelganger. Spiritual royalty. You're free, you're sovereign, you're spiritual royalty, or you could be actual royalty. Who knows, maybe some royal people are watching. They want to be you. All you need to do is be you. You're very authentic. Somebody wants to martyr themselves, or they want you to martyr yourself. Or aren't like a martyr. They want to be known as a spiritual martyr. Somebody's looking up to you. You could be a giant. You could have been a spiritual martyr in past lives. I don't know. Somebody's looking up to you. You could be out in the limelight, or they want to be out in the limelight. There's a tribe of people here. You're coming into your soul tribe. This is a tribe of people. Okay, so they wanted to be this giant, looked up as this giant in their tribe here, in their group, cult, coven, secret society. They wanted a purpose. They want your purpose, or they started a crusade against you. Whatever this is. You could be, in the past life, you could have been a Templar. This could be a gatekeeper acting like they're a Templar. Or could it be one of these groups calling themselves Templars today? I don't know. Trying to stop anybody, any divine being from doing their jobs here. Something to do with a visitation. They're trying to find your location. They're getting paid under the table, or something's happening under the table here, or they're trying to hide their location. IP address, I just heard. They want forgiveness for the witchery that they were doing. It could be witches and warlocks. You're in service to the divine. They need your help. They want you to heal them. They want to get into your energy to protect them. They were trying to compete with you. Their body's failing here. You were innocent all along, but they're going to claim they're innocent. You're getting perfect justice here. It's working out the way it should work out. This is justice. It's going to work out perfectly for you. Something to do with a home. Someone could have stole a home. They wanted you. They're going to be facing homelessness. I don't know. But somebody wants to talk to you. Or they want you mad at them. They want you to spar with them so they can get some energy from you. It could go different ways right now. What's the tea? Let's see. What's the tea? What's the gosh darn tea here? Communication. What's the message? Oh boy. Drama starter. I wanted to start drama. In the last read, the person that started all this crap is getting found out. They're cults, covens, secret societies, third parties, whomever this is. They're trying to distance themselves. They're all getting backfires and karma. Yeah, threatening. They're feeling threatened, or they were trying to threaten you, or they're under threat. Intimidating, threatened, and bothered. This is great. Oh boy. They have bad habits here. They have addictions, toxicities. They could have claimed you did. I picked up a story like 2 years ago where an ex-karmic narc, you left them, so they got their nose bent out of joint. They were doing magic against you. They really wanted to sink you. This is a very codependent person. You left them. It's a narc. They don't leave you, right? And they had bad habits, and they claimed that this large amount of stuff that they had was taken by you. You stole it, but they actually did it, them and their third parties. And they were laughing, yeah, we'll turn these organized crime people against the ex, saying that you stole this stuff. And it was bullshit. Now it's all coming out into the open potentially. Yeah, they're trying to block you, or they're being blocked here. They're trying to bait you, or they took the bait. You could be the spiritual bait here. They're stuck. They're on a hook here. They're on the hook for something. They're trying to dodge these bullets, or you dodged them. Blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Something to do with child services, kids at risk of being taken or is about to, reporting something, neglect or abuse. It doesn't have to be child services. It could be they were making false reports about you, about abuse or neglect themselves, okay? Or they got your child or children to say this about you. They're feeling haunted by what they've done. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, and side effects. They could have done this on a live spell during Halloween. Time is up. You're still here. They're getting some bad news possibly from their doctor. Oh no, this all went sideways. It was supposed to be them. Oh dear, now they're all scrambling. Communication drama starter. They could be trying to threaten you, or claimed you threatened them on a false profile or false phone number saying it was you threatening their life. Yeah, the cops aren't stupid, okay? Communication drama starter. And the curtain's getting pulled back and we see who's behind it. A little Wizard of Oz, right? Overwork, too many expectations on you, long hours, no compensation, negotiate a raise, or get help. They want help. They're overworked, they have no money. Money's drying up, doing all the spell work. Could be a designer. They're the designer of this fiasco. You're being called to embrace your individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be perfect for you. Think creatively about your finances. Might be time to uncover a new talent. This could be an architect, a designer of any kind. Oh, thank you, Spirit. This could be somebody that loves to dictate how your life should be. You should work here. Therefore, I said you should work here. Go work there. That's as much as you're going to make in a lifetime. Don't expect more. You should move into the city here because the city's more to your liking. It's more low class. You know what I mean? That type of person. Now, you shouldn't be in this neighborhood. You don't belong here. You know? They're always unfulfilled here. They're never going to be fulfilled. You might be emotionally attached to a job that no longer serves you. Reflect on your wants and needs and consider making a change. You're unhappy with your income but afraid to make a change. Helper. They need help. They want people to help them. This is somebody that's so codependent, it's not even funny. Diluted here. Trouble with cash flow, not finding opportunities, embrace radical change. They're going to have to settle with you, or they're settling with people. You know what I mean? They go from person to person and they're not finding the person that they had with you. Everywhere they go, it's unfulfilling. because they started this drama, okay? Your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. Give yourself the time and space to evolve and discover your true path. And that's what you did for yourself. You're avoiding what needs to be done because it feels too difficult. This is them. They know they have to do right by you. Uninspired. Everything they do is uninspired. They can't find any passion anywhere. Unlocking. This keeps coming up lately. What was once locked is now ready to be opened. You've unlocked the floodgates of abundance, free from limitations. Obstacles appear to remind you when you're steering off course. So all these obstacles in this person's life or these people's lives are now, they're finally getting it. They're off path. They're not where they're supposed to be. You've unlocked some abundance that's coming towards you. Congratulations. Or you've unlocked your heart. You keep your heart chakra open. Keep it open. So there you won't deny yourself of any opportunities or networking people in your life that could potentially steer you in the right direction. But at the end of the day, they want you to unlock your heart towards them. Well, I think they've overstayed their welcome in your life and in your energy. In the tale of your life, they've outstayed their welcome. Communication, drama starter, overworked. They were working really hard trying to start drama in your life, do the spell work. They're working these spellcasters and these seers to death, trying to see what you're doing. But they're working, yeah, they're trying to exploit these people or to exploit you. There's a pregnancy here. They're trying to, I don't know, somebody pregnant with a new business or thoughts or ideas, or it's a pregnancy. Congratulations. Or maybe they're trying to exploit their pregnancy. I'm pregnant. I can't do anything. You have to do it for me. They want support from everybody. Temptation. Parent, step-parent. Vehicle. So they want a car, or this is a vehicle for them to get. It's a con artist. Maybe somebody's going around saying they're pregnant to a bunch of men. Identity theft. Wow. One night stand. Message and communication. Get ready. There's about an infant and child. Maybe you're going to find out this child's not yours, or they're acting infantile and childish. Sacrifice. Oh, boy. Well, there's different stories here. I picked up on one. I don't want to go down too far down this path because it's disgusting. But this third party karmic could be threatening somebody. They could be pregnant and they could be saying, if I don't get what I want, I'm going to sacrifice this child to get what I want. Or they claimed you did that. Yeah, because they're facing poverty. There's distrust. So if you have a pregnant partner, or if your partner's threatening to do this to your child and you're pregnant, get the fuck away from them. It's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They're full of hate, passion. There's an engagement here. There's paternity issues. Someone's insecure. Somebody's false. Player energy. Time. Time is up for them. Okay? Gifted. You're very gifted. They want everybody to gift them whatever. Mystery or mysterious. Poison. So whatever they tried to steal, if they tried to steal any of your spiritual gifts, it turned into poison for them. Because you're a chosen one. Or they're poisoning the minds of others against you. You're a chosen one. Reactive abuse. So they're trying to poke the bear and get reactive abuse out of you. So you act crazy, act angry, maybe they said you were violent. So you fit the narrative that they said about you. Backpedaling. Now they're backpedaling. I got that in the last read too. Because this person's superficial. So they're backpedaling. Everybody they were working with now knows the truth, or they're figuring it out. They're all coming, they're facing karma and backfires and or legalities for what they've done to you. And they're all attacking this person here. Something to do with superficial travel. It was all one-sided. You're psychic. They could have traveled to see psychics. It was all one-sided here. Custody and child support has something to do with that. Bad news. Someone was comparing social services here. They might have to go on social services or claim. Maybe you did, okay? There's no shame to it. I was on social services at one point too, trying to make ends meet. But the point is we pay into the system so it's there for when we need it, if we need it. But there's people that live on social services from start to finish, and they teach their kids the same. It's like one generation after another on social services. How long do you think that's going to last in these governments nowadays? They're paring back everything. You'd be doing yourself a big service by going back to school, learning your trade, learning your passion, finding where you belong, and monetizing that, turning that into a career. Somebody's obsessed here. They're harassing you. Copycat, it's a doppelganger. Intimidating you or trying to. They're very conceited. You intimidate them. So somebody needs their head examined, or something's on their examination. Social media and platform. They're examining. If you have social media or a platform, they're examining that. You don't have to have a channel or anything like that, but we do have profiles. Or they paid other people to keep tabs on you. Somebody committed themselves to doing this. It was somebody's dope sick, going through withdrawals. They need rehab. This is a hood rat for the streets. They're out of options here. So these people aren't helping them. They can't get any more money. They have no one to rely on. They're dope sick here. They're obscene. They didn't said obscene things. They're getting fired or trying to get you fired. They said obscene things about you. This person's not smexy. They think you are, though. Something to do with phone and computer. They could sexy things on their phone and computer. This is a frenemy. They're in their south node, and now they're worried. So they're worried about they're not handsome or beautiful anymore. They plagiarized your work. Somebody of the faith. You had a great deal of faith for new beginnings here. This was your new beginning, and they try to take it away from you. They're exposed. They're going to jail or prison. They're being blackmailed, or they're blackmailing someone else, and they should be full of shame here. This is a side piece or a side dude, okay? Celebrating, disrespecting you because they wanted to level up, and this was in reverse. They're not leveling up, okay? It's retaliation and revenge now. So whoever tried to set you up to begin with are facing a lot of trauma and drama. They were supporting this third party. This third party they don't want to hear no, this doppelganger, whatever. They don't want to hear anybody say no to them. If you say no to them, I'm picking up an energy where if you say no to this person, they take it out on you forevermore. This person's got mental problems here. So we have communication, drama starter, overworked, and exploit. This person could have said a whole bunch of obscene things about you. This person does this, that, and the other thing. It was all bull crap. They're working hard to catch you in the act, and they're overworked here. They're not getting paid for this, or if they are, they're getting paid. They're not going to get paid. This person has no money. They're spending their money on whatever they're addicted to, but they exploited these people. They tried to exploit you, trying to take away your new beginning. Get a life, get a clue. Page of Wands. Yes, try to steal your inspiration or your creations. Somebody assess the situation. There's going to be some communication coming through. Somebody could have gotten their hand burnt. You know what I'm saying? Touching what wasn't theirs. What's the message, please, Spirit? Thank you. A lot of lies, illusions, deception. There's fear. Hiding a lot of things here, a lot of confusion. Somebody's trying, I won't say that yet. They're in their emotions. 3 of Wands, plotting and planning. You foresaw this. You have a great vision here. Somebody at a distance, maybe. You're prepared or preparing, or they have to prepare their things. Preparing. A sudden departure, sudden arrival. So they might be leaving fast if the doctor says it's that serious. They don't know what to do. There's no contingency plan. They're afraid to make a decision here. They're broken up. They're grieving and regretting. Crying over spilt milk. They opened up a portal. They're looking in the past. Don't ever look back. Look what happened to Lot's wife. She turned into a pillar of salt. Very salty. Yeah. They left behind a lot of evidence, a lot of pieces of themselves every time they tried the spell work. Or they lost at least 5 people doing the spell work. And they're looking back at all the havoc they wreaked. They're descending. They're not ascending. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're grieving and regretting. It's disappointing. It is. Six of Swords. Somebody's moving on. Somebody could be transitioning. There we go. They're transitioning. They were reckless. They were careless. They were foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They were naive and gullible. No new beginnings. It is what it is. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're grieving and regretting. Crying over spilt milk. And now they're holding on to you. Oh, maybe you are the one that's going to help them. Maybe that's the way they think. I don't know. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're holding a pity party for themselves. What is going on here? So Six of Pentacles. They got to balance something out. They were paying others to do things. They were giving and receiving and prioritizing other people. They need to balance something out. Or you're balanced. Or this is payback. Payback for what they've done to you. You got to balance something out with an emperor, a father, a leader, or a boss, or divine masculine energy. Somebody's taking action. This is an action taker. It could be male or female. Somebody has authority, spiritual or 3D or both. Protecting their throne. This is somebody with power. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. They're having nightmares here. They're mentally in distress. Listen, if you get there, if you ever get to that point, pick up the phone, call 911 and ask for help, please, okay? Somebody's not worried. They want to justify and rationalize what they've done here. King of Wands. Warlock. They said they had authority. They had no authority. A warlock, opposer, or player, they bit off more than they can chew. This could be you. You're too strong for them. You have too much authority. You have jurisdiction here. You're sitting nice and pretty on your, or handsome, on your throne. Somebody's angry. They did too much here, okay? This is somebody that was in their ego, in their pride. They were very conceited. A bully. This is a coward down deep inside, though. They didn't take the noble approach. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. They didn't protect or defend you. They only self-serving, okay? Now they're angry here. They had no authority, had their authority taken away from them, from this group or this family. They scapegoated you. They're not happy. They're not happy that you're healthy, that you're an earth angel, that you're protected by the angels, that you transmute and alchemize, that you're balanced, you're patient, you're loving, you're calm, you're in peace. They want to reconcile with you now. Too bad. Or you made peace with yourself and with the situation, and you elevated and rose anyways to divine masculine energy. They wanted, yeah, Eight of Swords. They can't restrict you any longer. They can't scapegoat you anymore. They're getting let go, or they have to let go. They're not renting space in your head. You're free. There's no more obstacles in your way. The truth is out. Somebody's releasing the truth. They can't hide this any longer. There's no more confusion. They have to face their self and their shadow. Somebody's a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. Or they claimed you were. This is somebody that's a pathological liar, user, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. They're very abusive. They're very dangerous. They had no authority. Had no authority to speak on you, on your behalf, or take action on your behalf. Or they got their authority taken away. 10 of Wands. They got to drop this. They got to let this go. They can't carry this any longer. You're unburdened, and they're angry. They're heartbroken. They're heartbroken. They were jealous. They wanted power and control over you, but they can't control their own world. They were doing magic. They're heartbroken. Their magic didn't work. They're heartbroken that you're not a whore. Or they are a whore. I don't know. This is somebody that's angry, wanting power, control. This is a bully, abusive. They use sex to get what they want. Yeah, they wanted everybody to believe these stories about you, but you're stable and secure. Or maybe they wound up with a whore. I don't know. But you know your value and your worth. You're stable and secure. You're hardworking, abundant, and very, very independent. You know your value and your worth. You have a lot of integrity, loyalty, and honesty. And they're trying to hide you. They don't want to be alone. They're going to claim they were unaware. They don't want to be investigated. They don't want you coming back out from isolation if you're in isolation. Yeah, you're a high priestess or high priest, male or female. Highly intuitive. You're very, very wise. This is wise counsel. You could be a reader or a spiritualist. You don't have to be, but you're stable and secure. You don't say much, but you observe. There's a deep knowing within you. You're very balanced between your dark and light energies and your masculine and feminine. So you've integrated both masculine and feminine. So you could be both the emperor or the empress. This reminds me of Hecate with the three birds. It's like the crossroads. You're very protected. There's a lot of secrets here. Yeah, they wanted your guard to go down. They can't block you anymore. You let them go or they're going to get let go. They're angry and they're scared because you're standing in your power. You go your own way. You're divinely protected and guided. You're going to have to let go of trying to block you, trying to attack you. They're them and their flying monkeys. They're letting go of attacking you. They're letting go of the flying monkeys. These are flying monkeys. I'm sorry. They're very resistant. They're very defensive in the past. This is happening now. The flying monkeys are letting go. They're finally, they see you're innocent. You're going to give you your flowers. This is somebody in the past or having nostalgic memories. This could be family in the past. You've healed your inner childhood wounds. Now they're worried. They're really worried about their children here. They could have claimed that you attacked their children. No, it was them when their spell worked. They're really worried they can't eat or sleep. They caused a lot of burdens here for people. People weren't aware. They're going to claim they were not aware. They're hiding and cloaking a lot. They don't want to be alone. People are leaving them alone. They're all fighting with these flying monkeys that they sicked on you. They're not going to block you any longer. Yeah, you remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. They're going to claim that they didn't know. They didn't. I don't know. They're trying to hide that you're highly intuitive and psychic and you're sweet and kind and you have unconditional love here. Male or female. They're willing to do whatever it takes to win at any cost. But everybody that worked with them are now taking on losses and walking away, okay? This was born out of jealousy, ego, pettiness, and cruelty. A lot of abuse. This was an opportunist. It was all about this. Your blessings, spiritual gifts, and or opportunities or money. For the Empress. They thought they'd come into this money if they were this Empress. Get all your spiritual gifts, get all your blessings now. They just meld right in as an Empress. I'll fit the bill as an Empress here. I fit right in, don't I? Don't I? No, you don't. No. They wanted to get paid to be called an Empress, a divine feminine energy, male or female. But you are, okay? You are a divine feminine energy. Through your pain, you create new life, whether through children and or through your creations. You're an artist of some sort, a philanthropist and a humanitarian. Down to earth, this is unconditional love. You raise the vibrations of the world. You're supposed to anyway. But this could also be the third party that's wanting to be you. Got pregnant, wanting to get paid to get pregnant here. Knight of Wands. They're impersonating you. This is forgery. They feel entitled. Somebody's very argumentative and combative. They don't care. They don't care. They think their shit doesn't stink. They could be stealing your work ideas or your achievements. Trying to hold you back here. From ascending. Hold you back from a contract or a decision. You're definitely trying to hide the real divine feminine. Well, the real Slim Shady stand up. So people are seeing clearly what's been happening here. There's no more stalemate, no more denial, no more mental conflict. You're not mentally conflicted, or they aren't any longer. They're getting let go. Yeah. They're getting karma. They're letting go because they're getting karma. It's a reversal of fortune, a change of direction. They wanted your destiny. They're going to have to let go of your destiny. Oh boy, Ten of Swords. It could be an unalive. They wanted to unalive you, or somebody's hurt or sick. They did too much. Now they want to take the daggers out of your back by stalling, trying to stall this karma. I don't think so. They're unfaithful. They can't be trusted. They're not dependable. They're not, they're lazy. This is not the rite of passage. They could be getting hurt because they intercepted your money or your mail or something of value. They can't come correct. They can't pay up what they owe. They don't want to take accountability. Could be a lot of threats going on between these people. Might not have anything to do with you, but you're at the center of this. These are all the people that came after you, wanting to be you, wanting power of attorney or power and control over you, to disempower you and devalue you. It's all been lies. No truth, no clarity, no communication. Yep, spreading egregious gossip, parting ways with this group, cult, coven, secret society, friend group, or third party. There will be no reconciling. They're not happy. No more partying here. There's nothing to celebrate here. They're going to have to cut their losses. They're going to have to return something to you. Somebody's refusing to move on, though. Digging in their heels. It was a losing proposition, and they know it. They don't want to move on from this. But these third parties or cults, coven, secret societies have moved on. They cut their losses. So this person's still sticking around going, I'm still the grand evil mastermind, aren't I? It's going to work. Really? Really? It's going to work. I'm telling you, it's going to work. Just come follow me. No, it's not working. It's a losing proposition. They see it for whatever it is. Four of Pentacles. You're stable and secure. Somebody's greedy and selfish, and they were trying to hold back or hold you back from something. Saving. You're protected. They're looking for protection. You're protected. You're stable and secure. You're strong. You're courageous. You're resilient. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. They're holding back here. They're trying to protect themselves. Someone wanted power and control. They were in their lustful energy. Maybe they're trying to come back into your energy, trying to get you back into bed here. Somebody thinks they can still tempt another. Poking the bear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, poke this bear for me, will you? Here's this apple. Poisoning people with... poisoning people's minds against you. Poke this bear for me, okay? It's all lies. Oh, come back here. They're trying to protect themselves here. You're too protected. They wanted power and control. You're stable and secure. This could be family or somebody you were married to. They wanted to control a marriage, a home, a business, a twin flame relationship. King of Cups. It could be you or someone else, male or female. They're remaining stoic. They're not wearing their heart on their sleeve. There could be something they were putting in your drink or other people's drinks. Maybe they were doing spell work on everybody they worked with. I don't know. But they're looking like they're nervous. Looking quite nervous here. Like, I don't want to move. I can't move. It looks like somebody was posing for a position here. Look at me. This is just the face of a position. It's not an actual person with authority. But it could be a good counsel. Somebody was giving them good counsel, good advice. It could be a father figure. Yeah, going towards lack and loss and poverty. They're realizing what they've done. This is a big blow to their confidence. They're on the outside looking in from this group's cults, secret societies here. Maybe this person's realizing they're gonna die in poverty. Everything's being taken away. Because you're still stable and secure, you're still married. Ooh, so maybe somebody tried to marry you under your name, with false ID. And they're finding out you're still married. You were married to begin with. Ooh, uh-oh, duh. You're still married to the King of Cups, maybe, who sent you into poverty. Maybe everybody's finding this out. Or they're still married. I don't know. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Somebody got caught. They have to come clean. They're not getting away with this. They can't strategize a way to escape the situation. They need to put something to rest with you. They need to heal. You're sleeping in peace. Or they're dreaming. They're in bed. They're exhausted. Five of Wands. Oof. It's conflict, competition, jealousy, strife, rivalry. They wanted you to compete for them. Wanted you to be an option. I don't think so. They caused a lot of... This is like a pissing contest. I picked this up as either yesterday or the day before. They got all these people involved, these spellcasters and, I don't know, groups and covens and cults after you. And now it's turned into something way bigger. You're still sleeping peacefully. You're at peace. They're dreaming here of the conflict they can start. This is a drama starter. This is the jealousy. They wanted to turn you into they wanted you to compete for them or something like that. And or it turned into a competition with these groups who can take you out because they can't. And it could be bragging rights. People are now trying to take you out for bragging rights. Who's the biggest dragon around? Now, just hypothetically, it might not have anything to do with this read, but I was picking this up the last couple of weeks. There is a Pendragon out there. You were a Pendragon in a past life. If you don't know what a Pendragon is, look it up. This is a... somebody that knows the art of war. This is the highest rank in their military, and they know the art of war. They're not afraid to lose a couple of battles if it means to win the war. So I picked you up again. So this could be you or someone else. You are the biggest dragon. Yeah, they were trying to steal this inheritance, spiritual inheritance. This is family discord, or they're going to lose everything. So they're battling with their cults and covens and secret societies. They're going to lose everything. Long-term stability because of this partnership. Or they got into this partnership with you to steal this inheritance. Or thought they'd be able to get your inheritance, whether it's a physical one and or spiritual. Yeah, you peeped their game. You saw through the illusions and broke free. They can't bind you. It's a non-binding contract. You're not toxic, you're not karmic, you have no addictions, obsessions, or codependency issues. It's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one, lessons learned. They could be trying to distance themselves from this group online because you're innocent. You could be online, you're innocent. They may want to apologize to you online, okay? Yeah, they're under judgment and they know it. They're taking accountability. Congratulations, whoever got involved in this. Yeah, you didn't do the right thing, but taking initiative and taking ownership is a step to redemption, okay? They want a second chance here. Whether it's with you or with God, this is a spiritual awakening, a wake-up call. You're not gone. They can't unalive you. They kept doing this over and over again. It didn't work. This is getting old and it's getting stale. Maybe they're getting bad news. They want to come back into your energy. They're going to apologize so they don't go. They don't want to die. But the point is if you're marked, we all have an exit point. And we cannot, there's nothing we can do about it. Okay? We go when we go. But this is a profound and permanent, yeah, this is unalive spells. These people are aware that they were doing unalive spells against you. And these are the backfires that they're experiencing. The karma. It's come home to roost where they were a lot of manipulation, illusions, deception, and corruption. Wearing a false face. This is somebody that was two-faced, out of control. It once. It's backfire. I can't make this up. It's a backfire. It's bad news. Okay? This is a soulless being. They were draining everybody of their energy. Somebody's not happy. No new beginnings. No emotional support. No moral support even. They were just draining people. They took your cup of love and dumped it out. There's no self-love, no true love. They didn't want you having love. See, this is a backfire. Their love spells didn't work. Nothing's worked here. There's proof and evidence here of what happened about this investigation. Or wow, I didn't mean to say this. This investment, I should say. They underestimated you. Somebody has proof and evidence as to what they were doing. This is communication here. You're at the focal point of this, but you're not involved. This is your creations, your inspiration. They assess the situation. They see you differently now. You took a different route. You are in your north node. They're in their south. This is divine intervention. Prayers have been heard. You're healthy. You're a healer. You're an inspiration. This is being played out publicly. Your wishes have been granted. You have spiritual protection and a great deal of faith. They could be praying here. They want to communicate something to you. They're praying. Your wishes are being granted. Your prayers are powerful, by the way. You're very protected. You could speak things into existence as well. Not many people can do that, so it is what it is, okay? Partnership here. They're praying that you come back into a partnership with them, or you're coming into a higher soulmate connection. This is a soulmate. It doesn't have to be romance. It can be. It could be friends, family, or work. There's a partnership here. There's harmony here. You're being crowned. Oh boy. They partnered up. This is something that's delusional here. Multiple options. They could have been with you and wanted their multiple options, wanted a harem, or partnered up, bribed and tempted people, or blackmailed. They're under blackmail or something like that. There's a cover-up, hopeful, wishful thinking. They promised a lot of things. These are broken promises. No follow-through. This is a gatekeeper, something, holding all of this gold down. They don't know how the hell you overcame this. Moving forward, overcoming, in control, radical acceptance. They need to bring back balance to a situation. They need to take accountability. They need to take the initiative. This was a cover-up. They were under illusions and confusion here about travel, about moving. This could be the authorities. Oof, they broke the law. The authorities are coming through. Or you moved on after a divorce or separation. But this is a crooked judge, warlock, leader, spiritual leader, broken contract. They committed some sort of crime. This is corruption. Bad counsel. Any third-party situation, a collaboration, or a false contract. There's no help to be had here. Somebody went rogue. There's no plans. They fell through. Whatever they tried to build, it's not getting built. They don't trust one another. Somebody's under surveillance. Investigation. Somebody's learned something. They're watching you online. Spying on you. Delayed communication from afar. You're getting your justice. Congratulations. For the work that you've done. You've mastered your emotions. Or maybe somebody in the justice system is coming to offer you a job. This is success, by the way. You worked hard. Somebody in the justice system was working with this lying sack of shit. They lied. They were vindictive, vile, and spiteful. So this could be somebody's work. They're going to get arrested or something, or they got caught up as the liar here. They lied about your work, saying it's theirs, or they're going to lose their job. Somebody in the justice system was pulling strings. They lost their job, trying to sacrifice you. They're going to have to make the sacrifice. They're stuck and they're trapped. They're trying to delay something. They don't want to let go. It's been a waste of time. The Six of Wands are being exposed. Public humiliation. Yep. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. No reconciling, no conflict resolution, no peace, harmony, or contentment. This is destruction. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to appear unstable. This is a financial crime. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to heal. They can't heal from this. So somebody that maybe got their, I don't know, they're being exposed, trying to sacrifice you, trying to trap you up, or they're finding out they have to get their affairs in order, and since they're leaving the world anyways, they're going to expose the whole kit and caboodle. But this is somebody that's unstable and insecure, greedy and selfish, codependent and clingy. Knight of Cups, there's all scam artists, having casual hookups everywhere, doing spell work. So if any of the spell work worked in the beginning, they wanted to make you look unstable. They were trying to hit your money. It hit theirs instead. They're the ones that are unstable. They showed you no love, no mercy, no support. This could be a love bomber as well, right? Coming in to take what they want and then leave again. Two of Pentacles. Somebody was juggling you or money or playing games here. You balanced. You remain balanced in alignment. You avoided catastrophe, or they're making a head over heart decision, weighing options, how they're going to avoid this tower, or this is ruin. Yep, they got demoted. They lost their position, whether in a group, cult, at work. Somebody's drinking a lot, partying too much, trying to take on your energy, your aura, acting as if they are you. They didn't want you having wish fulfillment. It's a fall from grace. Somebody was smug, full of themselves, selfish, a know-it-all, and a show-off. They didn't want you having any wish fulfillment. They bore false witness. They perjured themselves. This could be divination abuse. They're in debt. They didn't pay you the monies they owed you. Bad financial news. They could have lost a child. They were very immature, lazy, disrespectful, don't want to put the work in, took a huge gamble and lost. And they are in heavy-duty debt right now. They can't pay up. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority, money-motivated, greedy, selfish, jealous, get-rich-quick schemes. A bully, jealous of you, codependent and clingy. A bully. I keep hearing bully. They'll do whatever it takes to make the money, to steal it, defraud it, but they won't go out there and actually work for it. No new beginnings, no practical approach. Wow, they're not happy. Doing stuff in the dark, no truth or clarity, and no trust. They could be sick right now. Knight of Swords, something's happening quickly. They're angry. Could be a raid. Fast communication, fast action. They were attacking you. Now they're being attacked. Whew. False contract. All one-sided. They're parting ways with karmics here. They know this person's a karmic or got demoted quick to a karmic status. Didn't use their higher wisdom. Didn't want to elevate. Poor decisions, and they're reaping the consequences here. It was all one-sided, stacked against you. There's no harmony here. No blessings. Yeah, they've been blocked. They have an STD, or their third party gave them an STD. No... Maybe they can't get it up anymore. Don't have the passion any longer. No growth or expansion. If it's a non-binding contract, it's been blocked. It's not going anywhere. It is what it is. Congratulations. Bad decisions. Communication. They're sparring with everybody. There's grave news. Somebody might be leaving this world, or it's bad news that somebody did. My condolences. They could have been doing a lot of graveyard magic. Maybe they're doing graveyard magic. I don't know how it works. And calling you as they're doing some spiritual whatever. She's on the phone and there's communication here. Somebody wants to talk to you about this. How they've been doing this behind your back. Or this group is finding out that whomever they love and lost during this time of coming after you, it was actually these backfires from these... on the life spells they were doing, or the person they were following was doing. There's a lot of threats going on right now. Maybe they're under threat right now. Intimidating, threatened, and bothered. This drama starter. So this drama starter is getting threatened here. They're the designer of their own demise, okay? You could be a designer. This could be an architect. It could be any kind, trying to design their way into your life. Somebody's overworked here. Too many expectations on you, long hours, no compensation, negotiate, raise, or gain help. Get help, I should say. You're being called to embrace your individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be perfect for you. Think creatively about your finances. It might be time to uncover a new talent. Maybe this group is now realizing who's the one, who's the drama star, who started all this bullshit that is bringing everybody down to their knees. They got exploited, or they're exploiting others. Something to do with a pregnancy. Okay, maybe they're using a pregnancy to exploit others, why they can't do this spell work, so they're getting other people to do this spell work for them, and they're reaping the bad rewards, right? Maybe they've been pregnant for 3 years or more. That's why they're not doing the spell work. Oh, I see. So they're calling these practitioners, getting a hold of these practitioners, cults, covens, secret societies, saying they can't do this spell work because they're pregnant. They have to do this spell work for them. so that this person might not be pregnant. They might be, I don't know. But the karma, they figure the karma is not going to come back to them if they're doing the actual work. Now, these groups are not figuring it out because they're losing a lot. It took me a while to get there, but we're getting there. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for these people. I mean, don't do this stuff. Come on. It's only a bad outcome. It's not going to serve you well at the end of the day. So maybe these people want to get back into your energy. Maybe they're going to apologize. Try to mitigate some of this karma. You got to take the high road, okay? If this is your story, if you're one of these people that got caught up in this bull crap, the only thing I can suggest, you don't have to listen to me. Turn to God, ask for forgiveness, take ownership, okay? Take accountability to the one that you try to harm, hurt, take from, steal, malign. Apologize and do not project. Don't say you made me do this, you provoked me, I thought this, I thought that. No. Okay, it had nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you and why you fell for it. So tell them the truth. I fell for it. I was wrong. I'm sorry. If it's going to mitigate anything. You know, maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm not God. But at the end of the day, that's the right thing to do. I certainly would be doing it. Big time. I wouldn't want any of this smoke with God. Anyhow, let's see where this is going to go. Like I said, you don't have to hear me. You don't have to listen to me. Just trying to help, okay? Every life and every soul is precious. Yeah, this is a foe. They're figuring out this person was a foe all along. Now they're waiting. They're waiting for this karma to hit. Or this foe's waiting for this. Yeah, this is a thief. They were waiting on a thief all this time. Waiting for this spell work to hit. And all it was this thief wanted to steal from you. That's what it is. This is an enemy. And they're in prison. Spiritual jail, or they're going to actual prison. They're sick. Wow. They figured out you're a sweetheart, male or female. They shouldn't have done this. This person wanted to be a widower. Unalive a sweetheart so they can become a widower and have joy for the rest of their life with an older woman. Wow, could be a mother. They need a doctor now. Maybe they jumped for joy because you said you went to the doctors, or they went to a witch doctor. They need one now. It is what it is. They're learning something here. Maybe the doctor's learning something. Maybe there is a doctor involved. They were doing this constantly, going to different witch doctors and practitioners and cults and covens. And now they're sorrow. They're facing a lot of sorrow. That's what they have to look forward to. It is what it is. A friend could be involved. They're stuck in their thoughts about a reunion because of your gifts. You're gifted and you're in service to the divine, and they wanted to unalive you. Ever since you were a child, or unalive a child, or they're finding out that they lost a child because they came after somebody that was in service to God and they lost their gifts. Now, there's going to be a letter or a message coming through from a spiritual advisor, leader, voodoo priest or something like that, or priestess. Or they're going to need a priest. Maybe they're going to give their last rites here. They were full of ego, hubris, very haughty. They wanted all eyes on them. They were making money this way somehow, merchant. They're hoping that you still love them, or you're, I don't know. Your business is love. That's what you're selling, is love. You know what I mean? Room. Love, room. Room is empty. You still have room in your heart for love for them or something like that. They're hoping. There's a message here. They're playing to an empty, they're speaking to an empty room. Everybody's gone. From a younger woman, or you can be a younger woman. What's the message about, please? A soldier, you could be, somebody's a soldier, it could be in the military, or you could be a soldier of God here. Somebody's surprised. There's a surprise here. Somebody got caught up here. They could be trolling you, because that's what they're doing here. They're trolling the waters. They got paid $6,000 to troll you. It's a consolation. Somebody was very false. They could have said, I'll pay you this amount of money if you troll this person. It could be somebody in the military. Maybe there's bad news. I hope not. It's a big sacrifice. They got caught up. Somebody was false here. A false servant of God. Somebody a lover. A wedding. They're in despair. Because they were coming after your fortune. And they wanted to lord it over everybody. They wanted to be seen as this good lord. Like they were faithful and upstanding. It was all for the money. Something to do with a wife, an older woman. It could be a mother-in-law. They were cheering this on. Yeah, do it, do it, do it. We'll go and travel. They missed the boat. You maybe wanted to travel and they didn't want you to travel. They wanted you stuck in place while they went and traveled. I don't know. This was all frivolity. This has changed. They're talking here about a home. They got a home. Some sort of business stability. They're going to lose everything. They were pleasure seekers and now it's misfortune. It is what it is. So I kind of had it. There's variance on this here and there. But in a nutshell, we kind of see what's going on. A friend, one of your friends could be involved, or they lost a friend. Ex-lover's definitely involved. Maybe they thought they can steal your ID and somehow, some way steal your inheritance, life insurance, getting life insurance on you so they can become a widower. It turns out if you're married to them, you're going to be a widower or a widow, and maybe you have life insurance on them. I don't know. Whatever this is. It's all bad for them. But misfortune, see how the bag is ripped apart and it's all flowing, it's falling. They didn't see it. They're losing all this money. They're in despair. They're going to lose everything. Dice, Sagittarius too. Gamble, take a risk, luck, playing games. Chances are roll with it. Random results, win or lose, uncertain outcome. Playing the game, potential, fate, what happens next. And when I hear playing the game, the last person I was with, the narc I was with, he was a Sag too. He'd often say to his mother, I'm playing the game, mother. Everything you taught me, I learned from you the best. I'm playing. And he wouldn't tell me what the game was. I now know what the game was. 22, you're on path here. Aquarius, labyrinth, lost, delayed, complex, contemplate, it's complicated, going inward, spiritual quest, deliberation, long way home, problem to solve, catch 22, a situation to sort out. They got to sort this out, but they're going to lose either way. No matter what they do, they lose. Because whatever this was ill-gotten gains. It was dishonorable, and they're not going to hold on to it. What's the lesser of the two evils, right? 6, Virgo, 26. Sap, they thought you were a simp. They were trying to dry you up, steal everybody's energy. They thought you were super sickly sweet, or they're going to come towards you super sickly sweet. I don't know. Resources, needed materials, flow, wealth, essence of life, spring, blood, nourishment, sweetness, energy, vitality, grounded roots, abundant physical health and life force. They wanted your life force energy. Or they were trying to zap you of everything. Scorpio 868, empty nest. Moving on, no one home. The lights are on, but no one's home. Cycle completion, emptiness. So they're getting zapped of everything. Somebody tapped into the wrong vein, if you know what I'm saying. Or maybe they were. Maybe they have addictions, obviously. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Cycle completion, emptiness, final. Endings, beginnings, the void, vacant, separation, making adjustments, lonely, new life, and graduating. And 86, Castle, Sagittarius. So bookending by Sagittarius 26. Pride, recognition, position, praise for achievements, ego, wealth, ancestry, antiquity, history, legacy. So they were changing your history or trying to. You come from a long line of good people, salt of the earth. They wanted your position. They wanted to be praised for your achievements, recognized for your achievements, or now you're coming into recognition. Somebody was full of ego. They wanted wealth from you. You can't. Your ancestors are kicking their butt here. Something of antiquity. There could be antiques involved as well. Legacy. You have a legacy here. Architecture. What I tell you, somebody could be an architect. Or okay, thank you. Secret societies. There's an architect, isn't there? Okay. I got it. Power, prestige, isolation, the old guard, and timeless. The old guard is changing now. It's all changing. 6. There's 3 6s here. The number of the beast, or this is balance being restored. Scorpio, 6. Bedroom, sexual fulfillment, intimacy, sensual pleasure, love affairs, sleep, contentment, leisure, nap, sleep on it, alone time, oasis, retiring, dream time, astral travel, and call it a day. That's all they care about, right? Baby. This is cardinal signs. We have Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. New beginnings, rapid growth, fresh start, unlimited potential, innocent, continuing the legacy, needy, warmth, purity, new phase, birth of a child, and vulnerable. There could be a birth of a new child, a birth of a new idea or business. Somebody to continue the legacy. Just say hypothetically. I'm saying hypothetically because I don't see it here. You have one child and they wanted you out of the way to get at this inheritance, large amount of money, family money, whatever, property, business. They thought they could take you out and they got your child in on it, but they didn't see the full thing. Okay, they put a wedge between you and your child. There's a price to pay for that already, but the child didn't realize they were ready to take you and the child out. So next to kin after that, it could be siblings, cousins, could be anybody, or an ex, if you're still married, wanted this money. So they were going to take your child out of the way too. But lo and behold, maybe this child's having a child. There's more people involved now. Oh no, it's going to be suspect that everybody that stood to inherit this money is now gone. You know what I mean? Yep. 7, Capricorn. Forked road. They went to the crossroads. They don't know what to do here. They picked their path. You picked yours. You took the path less traveled. It's more rewarding that way. Direction change. Oh yeah, there's a direction change. Options, free will, choice, opportunity, alternatives, multiple choice, the moment of truth, crises, possibilities, turning point, change, and circumstance. And it could also be that this third party, this karmic that wanted to be you, said they couldn't do the spell work because they were pregnant and got these other people to do so and compromised them. And 1, Emerald, Taurus. Healing, fertility, eternity. Reflection, humility, sexuality, rare, peace, soul restoration, growth, strong relationship, balance, free flow in love, mature love, and heart chakra. 71 and 11. This is justice and tarot. Cancer, 1, for pearl. You have pearls of wisdom here. Emotional force, opening up, experiential wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, loyalty, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, diving deep, layers, developing character. So all it proved to do is develop your character at the end of the day. 8, Virgo. 18, grapes. It's time to harvest, okay? They had sour grapes now. Oh, well. Abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, surplus. There's going to be plenty, okay? Fullness, juicy, overindulged, tempting, goodness, plentiful, wealth. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Congratulations. And so you should, okay? I'm really happy for you. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.